Today we are here to recognize an outstanding achievement in our communication center. At this time, I would like to introduce our platform party. To my left, Honorary Chief, Major General Richard Romer, Chief Paul Raftis, and joining us from Salt Lake City, Utah, the Chair of the Board of Accreditation for the International Academies of Emergency Medical Dispatch, Dr. Jerry Overton, and Deputy Chief Gordon McKechnie. I would also like to recognize a few other key members of our team: Deputy Chief Gary Wright, Deputy Chief Cindy Nicholson, our Medical Director Dr. Russell McDonald, and Commanders Kim Rigdon and Leo Sang. Unfortunately, there are a few people that were unable to attend today, so I have a few remarks I'd like to say on their behalf. On behalf of the Ministry of Health and Long-Term Care, please accept my congratulations on behalf of the entire Ministry of Health and Long-Term Care team. Achieving ACE certification is a significant healthcare achievement and speaks to the dedication of the emergency medical dispatchers and the management team who contributed to achieving this success. It is an outstanding achievement and a testament to this team's focus on providing excellent healthcare. And this is from Mr. Richard Jackson, the Emergency Health Services Branch Director. One more remark from City Hall. That's from the Chair of the City of Toronto Community Development and Recreation Committee and the Councillor of Ward 10, Councillor James Pasternak. On behalf of the City of Toronto Council and as the Chair of the Community Development and Recreation Committee, please accept our congratulations on achieving ACE designation for the International Academies of Emergency Dispatch. This is a significant achievement and a credit to professionalism of the entire Toronto Paramedic Services team. I look forward to working with you more closely over my term in council. Thank you for your dedicated public service. Councillor James Pasternak. At this time, I would like to ask Deputy Chief Gordon McKechnie to come up to say a few remarks.
Good morning, everyone. It finally looks like the weather cooperated. Spring is here. Thanks, Joan, for your kind remarks, and welcome to all our honored guests, staff, and visitors. Many people have contributed to the Communication Center receiving this designation as an Accredited Centre of Excellence. And specifically, I want to introduce and welcome retired Deputy Chief Norm Lambert. It's important to recognize that Norm's contribution, as well as retired Deputy Chiefs John Locke, Wayne Vibrant, and retired Chief Bruce Farr, in their contribution to our accreditation status. It was their leadership that brought this great tool to Toronto back in 2008, and we thank you for your leadership, Norm. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you here today. Though it has been achieved 3 times, we've never hosted a public event like this. It's a very great accomplishment. Every 3 years, a dedicated team of Toronto Paramedic Services staff work with representatives of the Emergency Academy Emergency Medical Dispatch to seek this accreditation. After many months of demonstrating compliance, and I mean months, this is a very big accomplishment. With the Academy's rigorous standards and requirements, our service has once again been awarded this designation. We are only one of 139 centers across the world who have achieved this designated services. I personally want to congratulate all our MDs for their hard work in meeting the Academy's high performance standards, and I specifically want to recognize our staff in the excellent customer service work they have done. It's a significant accomplishment. Thank you all.
If I can have Mr. Jerry Overton and Chief Paul Raftis to the podium, please. Before we make this presentation, I would like to introduce three very important members of our team. They represent the entire team in the Communication Center and will join us on stage to accept this award on all emergency medical dispatchers' behalf. First, I'd like to welcome Sandra Humenik. Sandra is a veteran emergency medical dispatcher of 27 years and has recently been promoted to senior emergency medical dispatcher. She is the 2015 Toronto Paramedic Services EMD of the Year. She will receive this honor on April 14th during Telecommunicator Week. Next is Jennifer Cavallo. Jennifer has been with the service for 15 years. She had the highest performance in NPDS call taken among our 125 EMDs in 2014. She is also a level 2 paramedic. And next is Courtney Poirier. Courtney is one of our many new employees and has only been with us for 8 months. She has had the highest NPDS call taken performance of all new employees in 2014. So once again, just join me in congratulating these representatives and all the emergency medical dispatchers of the Toronto CAC team who collectively have earned this outstanding achievement. Jerry, can we have you say a few remarks, please?
On behalf of the International Academies of Emergency Dispatch, it is an absolute privilege to be here with Toronto Paramedic Services today. This is not my first trip to Toronto, nor will it be my last. I've already had the pleasure of meeting Major General Romer. Thank you for a wonderful conversation a while ago. The fact that I've known Chief Raftis for many, many years and Chief McEachern for many, many years shows the sustained leadership that Toronto Paramedic Services demonstrates not only to the citizens of the City of Toronto, but the leadership and vision that it provides all of us in emergency medical services. My position requires me to travel internationally. My position with the Academy is international. And I can stand here and tell you, unqualified, but Toronto Paramedic Services is absolutely one of the leading international emergency medical service organizations anywhere in the world. It's incredible what's being accomplished here. Whether it's in the dispatch center or on the streets, you all are a leader. The International Academies of Emergency Dispatch, as was mentioned earlier, accredits dispatch centers. This is what we do, and my job is chair of the Board of Accreditation. It was mentioned earlier there's only 139 accredited centers worldwide. What was not mentioned is that there's about 4,000 centers. So you can see that you all, and your commitment to the community, are in a very small percent, but it's demonstrating a sustained commitment to provide the care that is needed if we're going to actually provide our citizens a chance of surviving out of hospital cardiac arrest. And it's not just recent. You all have been an accredited center since 2008. And this is your third re-accreditation, and this accreditation is good for 3 years. Chief McEachern mentioned the fact that this is that it's required to have very high performance standards. What he did not mention is the fact that it's a sustained 90% compliance to a protocol that is evidence-based to be able to provide those who are suffering out of hospital cardiac arrest, a stroke, a myocardial infarction, recognition in a non-visual environment, in a dispatch center, that we can begin the first link of the chain of survival in a matter of milliseconds. And the fact that your medical director is here, Dr. McDonald is here, shows the commitment of the medical community and the fact that the medical protocol is in fact a medical protocol. Many times people don't understand that dispatch is clinical, but dispatch is clinical. And the other point I'd like to make when we talk about the chain of survival, you and dispatch actually influence every link in the chain. Whether it's early access, early CPR, early defibrillation, or early advanced life support, if it doesn't go right at dispatch, it's not going to go right. And the citizens of Toronto have comfort knowing that with the high compliance rate, it is going to go right in dispatch. They are going to have a chance of surviving out of hospital cardiac arrest. And on behalf of the academies, for me personally, I cannot think of a better reward than to be accredited. And it is a reward. It's not something it's not an award, it's something that you earn. So again, on behalf of the International Academies of Emergency Dispatch, it truly is a privilege for me to be here today in the City of Toronto with the Toronto Paramedic Services because you all have the comfort of knowing that you are absolutely the best. Thank you very much.
Now I am pleased to introduce our Chief, Paul Raftis, to make some remarks.
Thanks very much, Rick. Thanks everybody for being here to celebrate with us. Norm, it's fabulous to have you back. When I work for Norm, and I'm sitting up here, I'm thinking, is Norm here supervising me, making sure everything's going okay? I worked for Norm for, yes you are, yeah. I worked for Norm for a number of years, and this was a real passion for Norm, making sure that we continue to move forward with the goal of being accredited, along with, as Gordon McKechnie had mentioned, many others in the organization. But it's a real privilege to have you here with us today, Norm, and to celebrate with us. And Jerry, special words, we really appreciate that. I know that that's true. Jerry is really a leading international expert in EMS services. He does travel the world, and he's not an academic. He is an operational guy who has done everything in the business on the paramedic side and on the dispatch side. And if there's somebody around who knows about systems, it's Jerry, and it's a privilege for us to have him here, travel up here today to spend some time with us. So thank you very much. And of course, our Major General Richard Romer, always special to have you here with us, sir. Thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule to be here with us today. That's a privilege as well. So I guess my comments, I couldn't be more proud of the team. Jerry had mentioned it all starts in the dispatch center, and that is true. And the reason we've done so well, and it is not because of the tool, Jerry. It is because of the tool, but it's because of our people. We have the best people here in Toronto. Our people are committed to our patients, and that's really what drives that excellence. And then we're able to use that tool to be really good. But it's you, and I know Jerry was saying that as well. It is you who have done this, who have sustained this over many years now. It's 7 or 8 years since we first got accredited. So congratulations to you. And in particular, I'd really like to thank Sandra and Courtney and Jennifer for being here, for representing the group. I know we have many others here. I look towards the back of the room, and Dave Ralph is here, who was with us for probably more than 30 years, and again, another passionate contributor to ensuring that the dispatch center does exceptionally well. So to our current folks and to our retired folks, thank you very much. It's important for us to say you're the first point of contact, really the first responders. And when you think of the 270,000 patients that we respond to every year, think of the patients, but also the families that you have impacted throughout your career here. It's really special. It's a gift to be able to provide that impact, to care for people, and to impact their outcomes. So it's a special thing that you have, a special gift, and you should be proud of that. And we know that it's a stressful thing to be in the control center, but it's through your professionalism and your commitment that we all get through that together. So with that, I will again say thank you and wrap it up and pass it over to Major General Richard Romer. But on behalf of the entire team, we're exceptionally proud of you guys. You've done an excellent job, and congratulations on the accreditation.
Major Romer.
You see that I have to get help over to the podium, but that's all right. The reality is that I'm really strong and well, and I'm delighted to be here. I don't think I've been to a ceremony here where I've not been asked to speak. And the same speech, therefore, you will be hearing that I've given a few times before. Not really. I want to say this about Jerry Overton. I listened to him. You should be an academic, Jerry. To articulate the way he does, how to communicate with you about the organization that he represents. He did it extremely well, and he touched on the key to everything, which is communication. You people are experts in communicating, passing the ideas, absorbing the information you're getting from people who are calling that you've never seen, never will see, trying to understand what they're saying and what you can do to help them get through what they're going through. No way to imagine some of the things that you hear and the responsibility you have to respond to that. That's a major human characteristic you have, and I don't know how you do it. The reality is, as Jerry said, you're the first line, first chink in this great armor that has been developed over so many years. And with the technology that we have now, you're immediate. You're not, well, I've got to think about that. Yeah, call me back in half an hour. Your responsibility is to nail it as soon as you possibly can. And it's a great gift that you have, a really great human gift. And that's what's treasured here today, the business of communication and the business of being a human being with heart and compassion. And that's the support that you give to this great institution. And when Jerry comes to say nice things to you about the achievement, he knows what he's talking about. 139 and 4,000 around the world. It speaks to the quality of this organization, the quality, therefore, of its people. It's truly a people organization of the highest order. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, and congratulations to Toronto Paramedic Services Communication Center and on achieving this designation for a third time. This concludes our event, and we invite you all to join us in the classroom to the right of security for some refreshments and some cake. Thank you.